All right, Gemini, welcome to your monthly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for November of 2015. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. So if you're new to this type of astrology, do check the description because your sign might be different. And what I'm going to start doing for these videos, for these monthlies, is just look at the sign and house transits whenever a planet changes houses for you, and the major aspects. It gets too cluttered when I look at all the minor aspects with the monthlies, and it gets confusing. So this way it'll simplify things. And if you do want more specific information, do check your weeklies for the particular week that you're wanting to look at, because there I'll go into the exact aspects. So Gemini, so let's go ahead and have a look. Right at the beginning of the month, we have this conjunction between Venus and Mars. And when they conjoin, they go into your fourth house of home, of family, of new roots, existing roots, things like that. There might be an energy of newness about that, though, because of the North Node here at the bottom of the chart, which is all about unfoldment of life. And yeah, a nice conjunction here. So this is all about a synergy between the yin and yang, masculine, feminine energies of life, good motivation. I think there's a good drive, a good ambition in regards to home, family, whatever it is you're involved with here. And it might be, what you've been focused on or been thinking about over the past, month and a half or so, with all these fast moving planets, mainly the Sun and Mercury here. But with the North Node here over the past couple of years, maybe what you've been thinking about there. But anyways, a good enjoyment with home, with family, with past, certainly available. Maybe even relationships with family or those in your neighborhood or those in your immediate environment. Very nice, very enjoyable, and good motivation, again, to maybe get things done. Maybe some of you might be renovating, changing locations or whatever. And that, that Mars energy is motivating you, certainly. And, Mars is about transformation and change and just, getting things done in general. So that's right at the beginning. And that's from the 1st to the 4th. And on the 5th, we are going to have the Sun then going into Libra. So the shift is going into the, it's been in the 4th, but now there's a new shift into your 5th house of self-expression. So this is the house of expressing ourselves, of anything creative, but it could be very tangible, especially since you've had Saturn here over about the past couple years here in your 5th house. Maybe it's been whatever you've been taking seriously about your creation. It could be a business, could be creative projects or anything like that. And but anyways, there's a focus here, and I think naturally you guys are going to be focused on expressing yourself, wanting to maybe create and do that kind of thing. And in fact, the Sun and Mercury are very well aspected this month, as you can see, a lot of trines and sextiles, which makes it quite easy. So good to express, good to create, good to tap into that playful, lighthearted energy of life. And I think you can certainly not only focus on that, but learn quite a bit about that, especially from the 10th onward, when Mercury goes into that 5th house as well. It becomes very tangible too. So then on the 11th, we do have this new moon in this 5th house of yours. So there are new beginnings relating to your self-expression, to creativity, to all this 5th house energy. So whatever it is that you feel like is a passion of yours, or it's a creation of yours, these are the new beginnings now for the next couple weeks and the next 6 months. So planting seeds. This early part of the month, plant new seeds, try new things. There could be some new insights, new things just in the works. And the more energy you put into that as the month unfolds, then you'll start to see a lot of that coming into fruition, especially over the next couple months in regarding your, expression and creation. So that's very exciting energy, and it is, again, a nice aspect, as you can see here. It's a very supportive new moon. Now, one thing I want to say from this early part of the month, from the 1st through the 8th, is that you still do have Jupiter transiting your 3rd house. So there is going to be continued opportunities and expansion for you to do things like write, communicate, socialize, learn. It's really about learning about life, perhaps, which is Jupiter. And learn about relationships, learn more about career, your legacy, things like that, since Jupiter rules your 7th and your 10th. But this is expanding for you. Now, Jupiter is going to be opposing up to Chiron, which means that maybe there is some healing taking place with the social, with the communicative and thoughts, or as well as this expansion, which could be the travel. It could be the philosophy or things that, there's uncertainty about, which is Neptune. There's healing taking place through your philosophy, through your wisdom in life. So the key here is that, with any Jupiter transit, it always comes across as very benefic. It comes across as easy. And with Chiron, it's healing. So being open to healing your mind, being open to healing your communications, your social sort of energy, as well as the energy of your philosophy, and through that, naturally, what you'll find is your outlook on life is healing you, as well as the more practical aspects of life. But more likely happen naturally, and I think just by the 8th and through the 9th, you'll just feel more healed in those particular areas. But do be open to them, because Jupiter is an opening, it's a gateway, it's there, but we can choose or choose not to tap into that. And I think the more you tap into that more third house energy, the more you'll find that healing taking place, as well as adventure, tapping into that adventurous and philosophical spirit of life. So that's the first half of the month, and then things sort of shift in the second half. From the 18th, we've got Neptune going station direct, and right when Neptune does that, Neptune squares up to Saturn. So Saturn comes within the orb of that. So this isn't, it isn't an easy transit. Saturn is our discipline, it's our long-term goals, our systems in life, and Neptune's uncertainty. Where are these things going? How are things unfolding here? And for you, it's involving your routine, your work, your health, your diet. Recently, Saturn's gone into Scorpio, so a lot of you, if you've been feeling that really stern energy to really get your routine in order, get your health in order, really develop your craft or your work or whatever, that's a great way to work with Saturn. But with this Neptune square, it starts to become a little bit more nebulous. Neptune is showing us the importance of uncertainty there and having the faith and trust that things are unfolding in a sort of divine process. And so the more open you are to that, going with the flow that is, and maybe even bringing in some of that compassion and really empathic energy into your daily work sphere, whether it's through your interactions or whatever, then it becomes constructive with the square. And this is going to be the highest on the 26th. And so as you approach the 26th, sort of work hard at it without needing to have everything figured out there. And naturally through that, it could be productive, in fact, and productive in a way that you're having more presence, more an ease, more relaxation in the daily sphere that might be needed with this kind of energy. But at the very least, maybe even sort of work environment or daily environment that you feel like is just more meaningful to you, which is Neptune, spiritually meaningful. So that's pretty much the second half of the month. Now, the 21st, we have Mercury going into Scorpio. So there is a shift of energy here, the second half going into that 6th house, and it's going to be followed by the Sun on the 24th. So the focus, I think, this last couple of weeks will certainly be on the health, the diet, taking care of everything on that practical daily level. You can get a lot done, like I was saying with Saturn, but especially with Mercury conjoining up to Saturn. There is that square still up to Neptune, but the focus is here. So there is the passion, there is the insight when it is about taking care of your self-improvement and perhaps even helping others improve or helping others in general, which is our service work usually. So then on the 25th, we have a full moon, and that full moon is going to be in your 12th house. So here, this is a culmination point of over the past 6 months involving rest, relaxation, spiritual time out. And that's what the full moon does, is it illuminates that. So at the very least, there's an awareness. Now, this full moon is going to be forming a T-square up to Neptune, that uncertainty involving that philosophy or travel or adventurous spirit, and opposing up to this 6th house energy, which will be Saturn and Mercury in particular. So the key is that it's a very grounded, it's a very concrete full moon in the sense that it's about patience, it's about Saturn. So it's about making sure that there is that long road, that things are unfolding in the 6th house, but it does take time, and that's what Saturn's showing us. And the importance of the meditation, the importance of that time out and that spiritual time needs to be brought into the daily spheres, as well as maybe some discipline to do the spiritual thing, like meditate or get that alone time. A lot, that stuff does take that the discipline to do that. So it's that kind of energy, and it's needing this sort of Neptunian, dose into the mix, which is the, very much associated with that 12th house. So I'm getting a strong sense for you Geminis that maybe it's a good time to do that rest and relaxation, but find a way to incorporate that into what might be a very busy month for you with all of this energy in your 6th house. So then on the 28th, Chiron goes station direct, and that's in your ninth house of, again, the adventure. So if you've been feeling like things have been sort of in the back burner in regards to philosophical or adventurous spirits of life, Neptune direct and Chiron direct means that a lot of that energy starts to move forward there in your ninth house. Then on the 29th, to top off the month, Mercury goes into a fucus, which is that deeper energy, because for you, you have to have a work that's meaningful anyways, you Geminis, with Scorpio in your sixth house. But going one step further, Mercury into a fucus is that there's a healing energy about it. And it's healing yourself, maybe just focusing on how to really apply yourself practically and get that health and diet routine so that there is that rejuvenation, there is that healing energy. And again, that could be through your service work as well. So Gemini, have a great month. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.